Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. Today, I'm going to talk to you about IRS payroll tax problems, and many people do not know that these problems can be put in a hardship status from Internal Revenue Service. Anyway, my name is Mike Sullivan. I have worked thousands of cases. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I've been in private practice for 40 years. I have been doing this a long time. Most of you have come to me because you've seen me on national TV. You can look at all my videos and, more importantly, my team at 777irs.com. I am a national expert in IRS resolution matters. We have about 250 years of direct IRS work experience really on our team. I do these videos for 3 reasons. So A, you get educated. I give you insider information when I can, and I give you informative material so you can make a decision on really what you need to do with your case. There's 2 types of people that come to YouTube: the do-it-yourselfers like Home Depot advertises, and those who are looking to hire somebody. I'm just going to tell you now, you're absolutely crazy if you don't hire any former IRS agent, because they know the system and they know what you're walking into. Anyway, I know you know that, but I want to talk to you today about payroll tax problems, 941s. The government considers 941 payroll tax the worst type of tax you can owe. I'm a former revenue officer, used to beat on doors, issue summons, close businesses. I've worked thousands of payroll tax cases, thousands of them. Used to set up trust fund penalties as well for those people who didn't want to pay their payroll taxes and held people responsible. So in knowing that, you need to know one thing. The revenue officer who works your case is interested in A, making sure you're compliant. That is, A, you have made all your current tax deposits, or you're making them, you filed all your tax returns, and that you're going to be responsible. So what does the revenue officer do in working the case? They're going to take a look at 2 financial statements: your business financial statement, which is on a 433B, and a personal financial statement, which is on a 433A. What they're doing is they're looking at assets. They want to make sure that you are not hiding the money, or you're just not wanting to pay IRS. And more than important, they want to make sure every tax return is filed. They want to cluster everything together so they can take care of this debt all at one time. That's their job. So what they're going to do in the meantime is they have to close your case off their collection system. And there's 3 ways they can do that. You can file an offer in compromise to settle your debt on payroll tax cases. Yes, you can. You don't hear about that a lot, but you can. The second thing you can do is be put in a payment agreement. The third thing, which is a big aha today, your case can be put in a hardship, which means IRS will suspend collection activity on your case now, and they'll let you keep going as long as you're current on filings and making federal tax deposits. So generally what I do is I go and I look at your finances, your financial statement, your 433 and B that IRS is going to use, and I'll make a recommendation to you, or make it to yourself if you want to represent yourself. Do you want to do an offer in compromise to settle the debt, or do you want to just put this in hardship for the time being because you really can't afford to go ahead and pay the tax at the time? So anyway, those are a couple options, in fact, that you have. You've got to remember that the IRS agent may set up the trust fund penalty against you, which means they're going to look to see who the responsible officers were, and they're going to assess the trust fund tax. That is the actual withholding, the withholding in Social Security against those people who are responsible for the tax. Don't be surprised if that happens. Many times in these settlement cases or payment agreements or hardships, they're going to impose the trust fund penalty against you. If you're not aware of that, you need to be, because let's say your business owes $100,000. The money you held in trust could have been $60,000. The withholding in Social Security that you took out of the employee's checks, they're going to hold that against you personally and charge you personally with that tax debt. So be aware of that. That's part of it. Anyway, what we do is we come in, we evaluate your business, and we tell IRS to kind of back off. We try to get you in the best settlement position, in fact, that you can get in. There's a lot to this, but if you want to do this yourself, just remember, make sure all your federal tax deposits are starting now. Make them now. and make sure all your tax returns are filed, and make sure IRS is going to drill down really carefully and very closely on that financial statement of yours to make sure there's not extra excess spending in there. Thank you very much. Give me a subscription. I gave you everything I could. Subscriptions drive us because YouTube wants to see that we have subscriptions. Thank you.